The Indo-US trade deal, which has been announced by President Trump, has very serious and potential implications for India's strategic autonomy. The Congress party had moved an adjournment motion demanding a complete discussion on what ostensibly has transpired. President Trump had said we will not buy oil from Russia, we'll buy it from Venezuela instead. That tariffs on American imports will be zero, while tariffs on Indian exports will be 18%. $500 billion worth of products will be bought by India. The Agricultural Secretary of the US has tweeted saying Indian markets are going to be opened up, agricultural markets, Indian markets will be opened up to US agricultural products. These are all very, very serious issues which require a detailed discussion and a very structured explanation from the government and the House.
One of the shocking incidents was happened yesterday. The trade between India and US is unilaterally announced by the US President, which has never happened in the history of India-US trade relations. So we are going to raise it.
की घटनाओं से जैसे भारत की राजधानी नई दिल्ली से शिफ्ट होकर वाशिंगटन पहुंच गई और मोदी जी लॉन्ग लीव पर चले गए हैं, बड़ी छुट्टी पर चले गए हैं। सारे भारत के निर्णय तो हमें वाशिंगटन से मालूम हो रहा है, वहां के राष्ट्रपति डोनाल्ड ट्रंप बता रहे हैं। मैं जानना चाहता हूं कि ये ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के रोकने की घोषणा हो तो वाशिंगटन से, वेनेजुएला से भारत तेल खरीदेगा और रूस से नहीं खरीदेगा, इसकी घोषणा भी ट्रंप साहब वाशिंगटन डी से करेंगे। यही नहीं, भारत अमेरिका व्यापार समझौता, इसकी भी, जिसके अभी डिटेल्स आना बाकी हो गया, इसकी घोषणा भी वाशिंगटन से होगी, अमेरिका की राजधानी से, भारत की राजधानी से नहीं। मैं साफ कहना चाहता हूं, भारत की एक गौरवशाली इतिहास रहा, एक महान देश, महान परंपराओं का देश, स्वतंत्र देश है, कभी अमेरिका के निर्देशों पर नहीं चला है। प्रधानमंत्री जी, आपकी खामोशी हमें अखर रही है, देश के स्वाभिमान के खिलाफ है, देश की सार्वभौमिकता के खिलाफ है, देश के गौरवशाली इतिहास के खिलाफ है। आप कदम उठाइए, बोलिए, जो सच है वो हम आपसे सुनना चाहते हैं, संसद में सुनना चाहते हैं, भारत की राजधानी दिल्ली में सुनना चाहते हैं।
सबसे पहले तो यूएस इंडिया ट्रेड डील एक इम्पोर्टेंट डील थी। ये इतने दिनों से रुकी हुई थी और इंडिया हाईएस्ट टैरिफ नेशन बन गया था, उसके बाद 18% पे लाए हैं, उसका मैं स्वागत करती हूँ। पर बाकी जो सारे पहलू हैं इस डील के, वो इंडिया के फेवर में है या नहीं, वो मैं जनता के विवेक पर छोड़ूंगी। जिस तरीके से हमने टैरिफ के ट्रेड बैरियर्स हमने जीरो पे ले आए हैं, हमने ये अग्री कर दिया है, जो मैंने डोनाल्ड ट्रंप की ट्वीट से पढ़ा, क्योंकि हमारे देश की तरफ से ज्यादा कोई जानकारी नहीं मिली है। वहां पे उन्होंने कहा है कि वेनेजुएलन ऑयल खरीदेंगे, ईरानियन ऑयल खत्म करेंगे, रशियन ऑयल खत्म करेंगे, ये इंडिया ने अग्री किया है। फिर हम अपने मार्केट्स जो हैं, देश का जो मार्केट है, एग्रीकल्चर गुड्स एंड वेरियस अदर गुड्स, जो एग्रीकल्चर पे ही सबसे ज्यादा जोर था हमारा कि नहीं आने चाहिए, ट्रेड बैरियर्स लगे रहने चाहिए, वो भी हटा दिए गए हैं। तो कहीं ना कहीं जो देश का एक तरफ से 18% टैरिफ पे एक्सपोर्टर्स को जरूर राहत मिली है, पर बाकी तरफ से अगर देखेंगे तो ये इंडिया के लिए जो ट्रेड डील होनी चाहिए थी, इंडिया के हित में जो होनी चाहिए थी, वो मुझे कमी दिख रही है। आई विल स्टिल वेट फॉर द डिटेल्स, क्योंकि एक ट्रेड डील एक इम्पोर्टेंट स्टेप है, पर इट इज नॉट व्हाट इंडियंस हैड एक्सपेक्टेड कि आप इतने महीने आप कह रहे थे नेशनल इंटरेस्ट, स्ट्रेटेजिक इंटरेस्ट को ध्यान में रखते हुए करेंगे, पर जो ट्रंप की तरफ से आया है वो कहीं से ये नहीं लग रहा है कि इट्स अ विन विन सिचुएशन।
See, I think the government of India has become a madhouse. It is nothing but your GST Bachao Utsav, you remember? Which the government of India celebrated so much. First you implement high GSTs, then you reduce it after 8 years, and then you celebrate that reduction. Similarly, the US tariff also 26% से 18% करा दिया. It is reduced. You are celebrating a reduction, while for Indian goods there is for American goods there is zero tariff. Zero tariff for American goods, 18% tariff for Indian goods there. And more importantly, if you see the language used by Mr. Trump in his tweet, saying that I have spoken to my great friend Modi ji and he has agreed for zero tariff for American goods, 18% tariff for Indian goods, and more importantly, $500 billion ka he is promised trade. And he has to buy oil from Venezuela, he has to buy oil from America. I mean, these are the terms. What are we getting? We don't know still. And I don't know what the government of India is celebrating. First of all, get slapped by a huge tariff by your friend, then they reduce it and you celebrate it. I don't see the sense in this.
They have always said that India needs America and America needs India. Both are large economies, both have large populations. America cannot replace the supply chains from India very easily. But President Trump is a very mercurial president. At one stage he said the Indian economy is dead. Now he says that he's very happy to trade with India. At one stage he said that he interceded to stop the war between India and Pakistan, and he said that numerous times. So really do not know where Trump stands. I mean, right now he has announced in his social media post that he is reducing the tariff to 18%. But what are the conditions precedent for that? I mean, he's prohibiting India from buying oil from Russia, from Iran, two long-standing trading partners of India, and he's saying that India will buy oil from his new colony Venezuela. Then he is saying that India will buy $500 billion worth of goods from the United States. Are we buying $500 billion worth of goods from the United States right now? Or are we capable of buying that? Is there a sovereign guarantee which the Indian government must give in order to buy $500 billion worth of goods? So until we have the details of a trade pact, how can we pass judgment? We can't be passing judgment merely on social media posts of President Trump. And President Trump is known to be making very, on impulse, he makes a lot of statements. So how can we pass judgment until we get full details? And the government of India must give a comprehensive statement and must also say what concessions they are giving to the United States and what concessions the United States is giving to India to trade. I am again reiterating, India needs America, America needs India. We are both large economies, large populations, and we must both mutually work together. There is no doubt about that. But the details, the devil is in the details. Looks like it. If the President of America can decide whom India will trade with, it looks like that we don't seem to be having an independent grip of international affairs. I mean, America is deciding that India will stop buying oil from Russia. We just had the Russian president over for a state dinner only a month ago, and then India has had historical ties with Iran, and now he's saying we'll have to buy oil from Venezuela, and he's also setting an amount of money in which India will buy from the United States. I mean, this is unprecedented. So, we are a sovereign country, and we should decide what's best for our interests. Again, I'm reiterating, we need America, America needs us, but it must be a relationship based on mutual trust and respect.